Learn to sing Homeward Bound, a traditional sea shanty from East Anglia, with Suffolk County Music Service and the East Anglian Traditional Music Trust. Today we are going to catch-learn a song by listening while we find the pulse of the music. Warm up our bodies and voices. Learn the verse and the chorus of our East Anglian sea shanty Homeward Bound. Learn how to accompany music using a folk technique called a drone. Sing and perform a song with more than one layer of music happening at once. Tap the pulse of the music while you listen to the song.
To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu, to Sook and silent Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we're bound to cross the watery world. Don't you see we're homeward bound? Don't you see we're homeward bound? To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu, to Sook and silent Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we're bound to cross the watery world. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 So before we sing, we're going to warm up our voices, but first we're going to warm up our bodies. And we're going to make sure we got rid of any tension that's lingering around here and around anywhere else in our bodies. So the first thing we're going to do is push our shoulders up and down again, and up and down again, and roll them round. Roll them round. Do you think you get your elbows involved? If you've got a little bit of space, is just put your elbows around like that. See if you can draw some circles with your elbows. Come back the other way. Oh, very good. Keep pushing them up and down and round, and then relax your elbows. There we go. Push up to your ears. Wonderful. One more time, up to your ears. And then we're just going to push up with the palms of our hands to the ceiling. Pretend the ceiling is pushing down on you, and you've got to push back, push, 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 and feel the stretch down the side of your body, and then down again, and just give yourself a good flop. Okay, so we're going to shake this hand 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so we're going to do that in 8s, in 4s, in 2s, in 1s, and then a big shake to finish off with. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, and a big shake. And a roll and a wiggle, and just make sure you're nicely limbered up. Can you go mmm? Can you go mmm? Can you pretend that in your mouth you have the biggest bit of chewing gum ever? So pop it in and let's chew. Mm. 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 Let's just get rid of that. Let's put it in the bin, because chewing gum lying around is really horrid. So now we're going to just use our tongue to explore a little bit. Can you just move your tongue around the inside of your mouth? Touch your teeth, touch your lips from the inside, touch every bit of it. And can you write your name with your tongue? One more shrug, one more wiggle, one more bounce. And we're going to go 1, 1, 2, 1, sing it back. 1, 1, 2, 1. Now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, sing it back. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Going to 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. You do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you go woo? And can you go woo? And can you go yahoo? You try. Yahoo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I hope you recognise that song. It's what I was singing earlier on, and you listened for the pulse in the music. This is the sea shanty that we're going to learn today. It's over 100 years old, probably even more than that, before it was ever written down. And it's a song that was sung around the sea and ships. A really famous English composer called Vaughan Williams was around the country hunting for interesting folk songs. And in 1905, he collected this folk song in Kings Lynn in Norfolk. So we're going to learn this song today. We're going to start with the chorus. And the chorus is the bit at the end that repeats. And it goes like this. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 And it's just the words, don't you see we're homeward bound? Don't you see we're homeward bound? So let's break that into two little bits. And the first bit goes like this. Don't you see we're homeward bound? You try it. Don't you see we're homeward bound? One more time and off we go. Don't you see we're homeward bound? And the next bit starts high, same words. Don't you see we're homeward bound? Don't you see we're homeward bound? You try it. Don't you see we're homeward bound? One more time. Don't you see we're homeward bound? And we're going to put those together and it sounds like this. Don't you see we're homeward bound? Don't you see we're homeward bound? You try. Don't you see we're homeward bound? Don't you see we're homeward bound? So in the song, that chorus comes twice. So let's do it twice. Ready, steady, off we go. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 So that's the chorus, done and dusted. So let's go back to the beginning of the song and begin to tell the story. To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu, which means goodbye. To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu. To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu. One more time. To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu. To Sook and Sal and Kitty too. They're all girls' names. To Sook and Sal and Kitty too. To Sook and Sal and Kitty too. To Sook and Sal and Kitty too. One more time. To Sook and Sal and Kitty too. Put those together and it sounds like this. To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu. To Sook and Sal and Kitty too. You try it and off we go. To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu. To Sook and Silent Kitty too. Let's get the ship ready. Our anchors weighed, that means pulled up, out of the water so they can get going. Our sails unfurled, which means they let go of the sails from the tight little roll they are at the top of the sails, and the sails billow down and let the wind get into them so the ship can get moving. So here's the tune for that. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled. We're bound to cross the watery world. We're bound to cross the watery world. We're bound to cross the watery world. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu. To Sook and Silent Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled. We're bound to cross the watery world. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 Let's sing it with me. And off we go. To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu. To Sook and Silent Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled. We're bound to cross the watery world. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 Brilliant. So now you know the song. We've got some little bits and pieces that we're going to layer up in the song to make it a little bit more interesting. And one of them is a really, really well-known folk song technique for accompanying songs, and it's called a drone. And a drone is one note or a pair of notes or one constant sound, a bit like bagpipes, what goes underneath bagpipes, that is sung all the way through the song. And this one simply goes like this. Lowestoft docks, Lowestoft docks, Lowestoft docks, Lowestoft docks. Okay, so that's that one, ever so easy. The next one, same words, different note, say we go. Lowestoft docks, Lowestoft docks, Lowestoft docks, Lowestoft docks. And that's really all you need to know to perform the song. So in the next little bit of video, the song is going to be layered up. So we're going to sing the verse of the song with the story, then we're going to sing the chorus, and then we're gradually going to add all the little different bits of parts, like the drone on the lower note, and then the drone on the high note, and then we're going to put a little bit of the chorus with the verse of the song as well. So then we've got 4 things all going at once. So in the video that's coming, try out every single part if you can. Maybe get some friends to sing with you and see if by the end you've been able to rewind it, try out all the parts and know them all off by heart. Good luck and enjoy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
To Lowestoft docks we bid adieu. To Sook and Silent Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled. We're bound to cross the watery world. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 Lowestoft docks, Lowestoft docks, Lowestoft docks, Lowestoft docks. To lost of dogs we bid adieu, to Sook and silent Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we're about to cross the watery world. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 Lost of dogs, lost of dogs, lost of dogs, lost of dogs. To lost of dogs we bid adieu, to Sook and silent Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we're about to cross the watery world. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 Lost of dogs, lost of dogs, lost of dogs, lost of dogs. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 Don't you see lost of dogs we bid adieu, to Sook and silent Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we've lost of dogs. Don't you see we're homeward bound? 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 Don't you see we're homeward bound?
Well sung, everyone! The next bit of the video tells you a little bit more about sea shanties and about the famous composer who listened to and wrote down the one we learnt today. Sea shanties are a type of traditional seafaring song that have been around for centuries. They were usually sung by sailors on board their ship as a way of passing the time and making their work easier by setting a good strong beat. Sea shanties have a distinct sound, usually but not always involving a call and response between the lead singer and the rest of the sailors, like this. Essequibo River is the king of rivers, oh, somebody, oh, Johnny, somebody, oh. Essequibo River is the king of rivers, oh, somebody, oh, Johnny, somebody, oh. They usually have verses and a chorus, and they often contain stories and tales of life on the sea. Just over 100 years ago, the English composer Vaughan Williams decided to use traditional folk songs in the music he wrote for orchestras, choirs and soloists. He travelled all over the British Isles, listening to and writing down songs which local people sang to him. One of the areas he visited was East Anglia, Suffolk and Norfolk, and in 1905 he visited the fishing port of Kings Lynn in Norfolk, where he heard and wrote down this sea shanty, Homeward Bound. Have a look at the way Vaughan Williams wrote down the lyrics and melody of the song he heard sung to him. To celebrate the 150th anniversary of Vaughan Williams' birth, the East Anglian Traditional Music Trust is running a project using some of the songs he collected in East Anglia. The Trust is working with groups all across the region to bring old traditional songs back to life, thanks to funding made possible by the National Lottery players. To see the rest of the project, visit their website at this link. Suffolk County Music Service provides performance opportunities to thousands of young people playing a variety of orchestral and other instruments each year. One of these, the annual Primary Wicket Festival in June, celebrates Key Stage 2 pupils' first year of learning an instrument together as a whole class group and comprises large-scale performances for up to 350 pupils per day across the county over 10 days. As part of this, pupils learn and perform a new song on the day of performance. the East Anglian Traditional Music Trust and Suffolk County Music Service worked together, deciding to use this song Homeward Bound for the 2023 Wicket Festival, and we made this video so that lots more people could learn to sing the song online. Let's sing our song one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
To lost of dogs we bid adieu, to Suk and Tal and Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we're about to cross the watery world. Don't you see, we're homeward bound? 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 Lost of dogs, lost of dogs, lost of dogs, lost of dogs. To lost of dogs we bid adieu, to Suk and Tal and Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we're about to cross the watery world. Don't you see, we're homeward bound? 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 Lost of dogs, lost of dogs, lost of dogs, lost of dogs. To lost of dogs we bid adieu, to Suk and Tal and Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we're about to cross the watery world. Don't you see, we're homeward bound? 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 Lost of dogs, 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 lost of dogs we bid adieu, to Suk and Tal and Kitty too. Our anchors weighed, our sails unfurled, we're lost of dogs. Don't you see, we're homeward bound? 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 Don't you see, we're homeward bound?
Suffolk County Music Service with the East Anglian Traditional Music Trust. We hope you enjoyed singing Homeward Bound, a traditional sea shanty from East Anglia. Why not look up our websites to find out more about music opportunities in Suffolk? Happy singing, everyone!